Hi and welcome to Ask Donna, the video series where I answer your questions about making your dreams a reality. This week's question comes from Andrea, who says, my big dream is to have a business that embraces all my passions: art, making fabric bags, writing and feng shui. But everyone keeps telling me to pick one and focus on it. I don't want to, and when I do, I feel like I'm cheating on my big dream. Well, Andrea, the way that you put that just made me laugh. I just loved that. And to me, you answer the question in the question, because when you feel that strongly about something, it says something to me. So my number one piece of advice to you is to become the authority in your own life. And other people will give advice based on their experience, on their personality, on what they know works or what doesn't work for them. And the example I often give when I'm talking about this is writing coaches and writing experts who recommend getting up at 5 a.m. to write. Now, I'm not a morning person and I love sleep. So getting up at 5 a.m. to me is crazy. Completely and utterly crazy. It doesn't work. Also, when I am the most inspired to write is actually in the afternoon. You know that time after lunch where you kind of get a little bit sleepy? That's the perfect time for me to write. Mornings, not so much. Mornings are great for me to do admin and actually to do videos. Doing this in the morning. But writing, no, because my brain's too scattered in the morning. I'm still coming out of sleep. I'm still waking up. I'm still kind of thinking, today, hello. To write at 5 a.m. would just be weird. So I never take that advice, and I'm probably never going to, although never say never. So when you hear all this advice, bear in mind, where's it coming from? Bear in mind, does it resonate with you? And bear in mind that you are the authority in your own life. The very fact that you feel so strongly about it, that you use those words, I feel like I'm cheating on my big dream. You know, that says a lot to me. And there are people that won't get it. When we have a big dream, a lot of people aren't going to get it. Most people who've had a big dream will have had some experience of the people around them not getting it. If you're really lucky, your close friends and your partners and kids, parents, whatever, will be supportive. But for most of us, we'll find that some people around us just don't really get it. They don't understand that drive, the thing that's pulling us forward. And we may not understand their big dream either. We may think, you want to do what? Why? Because it's not ours. It's not our big dream. So don't worry about what everyone else is saying and when everyone else doesn't get, and just go ahead and do your own thing. And you sound like what is called a multi-passionate entrepreneur. And there are lots of us around. I'm one. And there's loads of people. In fact, one who I will highly recommend to you is a lady called Marie Forleo, who I watched a video of hers this week where she was talking about kind of her background and where she came from and what she did. And at the same time as she started her coaching business, she was also training to be a dance teacher. She became a choreographer. She wrote a book, all while she was building this coaching program. And she did all of this kind of seemingly disconnected stuff. But I'm a big believer that we do all of this disconnected stuff and somehow it comes together for us and forms a cohesive whole. And actually your stuff, art, making fabric bags, writing and feng shui, to my mind, because my mind kind of works in a weird way, they fit together lovely. And I think, oh yes, I like that mix of things. There's nothing in there that seems incongruent or like that, well, that's not going to work with those things. I think that absolutely will. But ultimately, you're the authority. So one of the things that I do is I call it north and not north. And it is when you are following your inner knowing. I do a thing every day where I connect with my body, my mind, my heart, my soul, and I see what they're telling me. Excuse me, my voice is going. And I just see what mind, body, heart and soul have to say to me every single day. And in doing this, I have learned to follow my inner wisdom more and more and more. So as a practice, I recommend that to you, and I'll put the link in the description box below of the link, sorry, to the blog post I wrote about this particular practice, about listening to body, mind, heart and soul, because I highly recommend it. But you also need to develop your own sense of what north and not north is for you. And there is no kind of shades of grey with this. It's not north, northeast or northwest or south. It's just north or not north. If it feels right for you, it's north for you. If it doesn't feel right, it's not north, and that's fine. And other people will say, well, this is the right thing. But that's for their personality, for their business, for their life. And it doesn't work for all of us. Nothing works for everybody. And we know this, our favourite sports teams, our favourite music, and the way we like to socialise doesn't work for everybody. Going out clubbing and coming in at 6 a.m. on a Sunday doesn't work for everybody. Going for a nice sensible dinner in a beautiful restaurant with gorgeous cutlery and being home and in bed by 10 doesn't work for everybody. And I deliberately use examples of just normal life to show business you don't kind of go out of your normal life and go, okay, it's not normal life, I have to conspire to these set of rules now. No. You don't have to do that at all. There are millions of businesses across the world who have started and continued and been successful without any of the so-called rules of business and how you do things. It's just not so. So there. So but practice for you to do, check out the body, mind, heart and soul, become the authority in your life, and figure out what's north and not north. And this doesn't mean that there isn't great advice out there to be given, because there's some really wonderful advice out there, but you need to find the people who resonate with you. And some people watching this video will say, yes, those very driven business, sensible rules people really resonate. And then there are other people like me who the rules people don't resonate at all. I don't get it. I just think, what? No, why would I travel the motorway when I can go the scenic route? That's me. One of my first coaches actually used to say that I was in my bulldozer off in the forest, lost. And that's exactly kind of how I work. It's a bit off track. So be okay with that for you. I hope that helps, Andrea, and let me know how you get on, because I think your idea for your business sounds wonderful and I think you should go for it. Okay, so that's this week's Ask Donna question. If you have a question you'd like me to answer about your big dream, please leave a comment below this video. Come along to my website, donnaonthebeach.com, and use the contact form there. You can also find me on Facebook, facebook.com/DonnaOnTheBeach. I'm now also on Pinterest, if you can ask your question in image form. I'm kidding. Anyway, I'm Donna on the Beach on Pinterest, and if your question is really small, then you can find me on Twitter. Twitter.com/DonnaOnTheBeach. Thank you for watching, and may all your dreams become reality.